Yay, I'm live.
Sweet.
Well, not just me. I am here with Siege, Kyle, and Robert. I can't turn the camera because if I move the computer at all, it will completely shut off. So we're just going to keep the camera right where it is. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Thank you again for all of the birthday wishes. Yesterday was my birthday, and I had a really awesome day. Hanging out in Mount Shasta City Park and watching people play chess, hosting the chess tournament, and doing some puzzles and hanging out. And it was really, really fun. So I wanted to talk a little bit with you guys about that today and your experience in Mount Shasta so far. The guys are behind the camera pigging out on some vegan tacos. So it might be a while before they join us, but are they good?
I'm not good. They're pretty delicious.
Oh gosh, okay. So they're pretty good for a non-vegan place, unfortunately.
Oh, they're great.
They're
pretty decent.
The chef said that his wife was vegan, so he was pretty excited for the challenge of making something vegan in his kitchen back there. So it's pretty sad that the only there's no actual vegan restaurants around here. The closest ones are, I was gonna say, there used to be a fully vegan restaurant in Reading. It was really, really good. They had some really awesome burgers, but they closed down. So there is Pizza Twist in Reading. They have some really, really awesome vegan pizza, but it's not fully vegan, unfortunately. So yeah, they have to go all the way up to Oregon to experience a fully vegan restaurant. And I believe that we are going up to Melange on Thursday for Kyle's birthday. So that'll be pretty fun. Maybe we'll do a live stream from Melange when we go up there and visit Lithia Park and some of that fun stuff. So yeah, it'll be a fun little adventure to go out for your birthday. You're on vacation for your birthday anyways, coming all the way to Mount Shasta again from Michigan. So that's pretty cool. Mount Shasta is definitely a great vacation spot, and getting to hang out with other flat earth vegans on your birthday is pretty cool. So yeah,
Definitely gonna be fun.
Yeah, the chess tournament yesterday in the park went really well. The weather was kind of dreary, and it did end up raining towards the end of the day. But thankfully, we were in underneath this little pavilion, and had a pretty good turnout for the crappy weather. And in fact, we have a lot of enemies around here. Probably more people would have come if yours truly wasn't involved. Actually, one of the guys walked down to the pavilion, and then I swear he saw me and then turned back the other way. Like
Fire?
No, not Fire. I actually don't know his name. It might be Joe, but I'm not 100% sure.
Fire was funny though.
Fire was hilarious. Actually, I was rewatching some of the videos. This guy was like, it just reminded me of a Hobbit. Like, he's dressed in these kind of baggy pants with this really tight rain jacket, squeezed around. It almost gave him this hourglass figure, which was just added more to the whole vibe of who they were.
Wasn't he Russian? Fire?
He was a Russian, I'm
Slovakian?
pretty sure,
Something.
and he kept speaking in another language, and it was like,
What was it?
he kept saying babushka. So let me.
Slovakia?
Grandma in Russia, but he wasn't saying that.
I'm pretty sure he was, because at least at one saying that, because I rewatched the video. He might not have been saying that the whole time.
Did you say Babushka or something?
Have you ever guys seen Impractical Jokers, where these friends tell each other to go do things and they get it on camera and they'll prank people? I really thought that this person,
Poland or Russian?
Poland or Russian, yeah. I really thought that he was
woman or grandmother?
I'm gonna go in there and say the most random thing that doesn't make any sense just to see what kind of reaction that I get. And I felt like I was being messed with, so I couldn't even every time that they said something that I couldn't understand, I just started laughing, and then you were laughing too, and it was just too funny. So far, Sirius says Knights Templar play in the time travel game. I personally don't believe in time travel. You can't go I was reading, you must be an open queen is what you said. You can't go back in time. you have to change all of physical reality to literally shift backwards so that the flower that was in that location would have to be in that same location again. So it like the very fabric of reality would have to change for that to happen, and I don't believe that happens. Reincarnation, I do believe, is real though. Reincarnation means means you aren't in Telos, but you see in 2D flat Earth. I don't want to be in Telos, or I would be in Telos. I'm not really into any of the Telos or ascended master type stuff that is, very promoted around here. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna nod. I'm just gonna move on from that whole comment because there's just too much I disagree with, and I don't want to sit here and nitpick it apart. I'd rather have fun. Brian says he was speaking the fire talk. He said, "Oh, okay." Not Slav. I have no idea. I'm really not sure what he was saying, but it was really funny. And then at one point, he's just like, "I'm gonna go in to pick some berries." It was just like kind of like somebody that's on psychedelics would act, and then just disappeared into the woods. I was expecting him to pop out like in the middle of the bushes rather than come on the path. But it was just really, really funny. And I was watching some of the rewatching some of the footage from yesterday, just like fire, and then he starts running across, and I just laughed so hard. Like it was a really, really good time. So yeah, I'm glad that everybody was able to come out. That came out. Shay actually was able to come all the way from Reading. A lot of the Reading Chess Club wanted to come, but they ended up having to work or other obligations and were not able to. But Shay did come up, and he ended up winning not only the 5-minute blitz tournament, but also the King of the Hill tournament that was after. And there's a variant of chess called King of the Hill, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like, on the playground where the biggest bully stays on the hill and knocks everybody else off. Like that's the concept. So if somebody were to have beaten him, he would have stopped playing, but he went home with $100 and the tournament set. So he won the whole thing. I'm sure it was a very fruitful trip up here then, and hopefully he will come up and others will come up for October 9th, which will be on Mount Shasta at Old Skible. And let me tell you, be prepared because it is going to be very cold up there. Like, especially everyone's staying overnight. Like, we usually try to make a really big fire, but even when the fire is really big, like it can get really, really cold up there. So yeah. Sage, are you staying around until October or what? What's your plans? You don't have any plans right now?
I don't know. Try to figure that out. I don't know that,
Nothing in that far ahead.
Don't know. Final answer.
All right. Are you going to visit your family?
Probably. I don't know. Yeah.
Don't know. Okay, well, you don't have very many answers for me.
No. I got a good answer for the Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat, yes. That is certain. We have 4 flat earthers sitting here at this table. Well, multiple tables, technically, but anyways. Robert got in. When did you actually get here, Robert?
About a week ago.
Okay, and how's it been treating you?
It's been good.
Besides for getting robbed.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you guys has been a pleasure.
Of course. Well, me the most.
Long time coming.
Right. Was it just mainly your clothes and stuff that was stolen, or what?
Yeah. A beard trimmer and stuff like that.
That stinks.
It's all good.
Yeah. Were you guys able to replace it, or waiting until?
Got him some boxers and socks. Pretty well covered.
Nice. Yeah. It definitely sucks that you have to worry about that kind of stuff coming around Mount Shasta. The supposed spiritual place, you not only have to worry about people eating babies, but you have to worry about them stealing your stuff. Like,
Freaking losers.
yeah. Yep.
It's not nice to
Definitely agree.
steal, people.
It's not nice to steal. This is definitely an active war zone, and they're trying to push humans out. That's the reason why California laws are so ridiculous. Like, people that don't understand the bigger picture, like, why this doesn't make any sense. It's like, it makes complete sense when you know that, anti-human psychopaths are running this place and they want to push us out, specifically out of California. They know how powerful the root chakra is, and that the golden age always starts here. This is where we wake up, and then we come here to fight and take back the power. And if they can drive us all out by cutting off our electricity and trying to burn us out with fire and every other, thing that they're trying.
Expensive.
Oh yeah, the price of land itself is ridiculous, and then if you want to build a house on it, you have to have all these permits. You have to have like a multi-$1,000 sprinkling system now, because of, it's like, I'm sure that they're gonna put in laws, if they haven't already, about green electricity. Like, you have to have solar panels or whatever, while they're having all these forest fires that, it's really convenient that the sun is completely blocked out by smoke, isn't it? Like, you wonder why you're... Yeah, it's just horrible. No gas generators. They just want it to be the most unlivable place, and then only the inverts and the, those powerful top parasites will be able to stay. So it's a bummer. Anyways, thanks guys for joining. I would tell you what the weather's like, but I can't actually see outside. I'm like the golf course.
It's kind of damp.
Damp and dreary,
gray,
I guess.
Damp and gray, and no sunshine.
No sunshine.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, hopefully that'll change. It's crazy, the weather around here. It's completely unnatural as well with the growing season. If you wanted to try to grow your own food around here, you'd have to do, unnatural farming practices, lighting, and just... It's this summer it's really hot, and then now it's already getting cold in the nighttime. The temperature's like really cold overnight. You wouldn't be able to grow anything. Like, they're definitely modifying the weather to create famine and right. Yeah. Crazy. Trying to start a famine, and I'm sure that there are more variants that are on their way out the genetics lab. And yeah, there's some talk about some sort of event on the 24th. Does anybody know about what they talk about?
I read that there was
September 24th event, Reading Walk to End Alzheimer's. That is not what I'm asking about, but thank you. What ominous event do they have planned for September 24th? Let's see what this is. Anybody in the chat know what's going on supposedly on September 11th? This is, or as you will see below, a member of the German legislature is openly warning that September 24th will be a day when everyone will remember exactly where he or she was. Needless to say, those days don't come along. Jefferson County Emergency Management and LEP volunteers needed for mass casualty exercise Saturday, September 24th. We need 50 volunteers to act as persons injured from a natural disaster / wildfire. Is this real?
I'm not sure if that's real or not, but
victims will be given an injury card, and first responders will triage and sort the victims for response training. Some role players are also needed to play victims at each of the Jefferson County long-term care facilities located in Oskaloosa, Meriden, Valley Falls, Norton, and Winchester. Where's this at? Kansas.
I tried to find the website that has that exact thing, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
but there is a Jefferson County Emergency Management. I know that. I just couldn't find that document.
It'd be interesting to see where it came from, because I know someone could easily make that on the computer, and But this paper that I'm reading on my screen is from posted by Constitutional Nobody, and they are saying that something German legislature. What does it have to do with us? Anyways. Maybe a stock market crash. Yeah, so maybe something to do with the stock market. I'm not really sure. I'll have to do some research, not while we're on the live stream, but Canada Spaceman, hello and welcome, says that crisis actors are a fact. I definitely agree. Pretty much like everything, 99% of what you see on television is completely fake. They'll just go and set up, let's say Sandy Hook. They can easily do a Hollywood production on you and have a little classroom and all of these children actors, pretending that something happened. And then they put it on TV as if it's real. And people just believe that it's real. Like they don't think that they are turning on entertainment when they turn on the news, but it's like I guess it shouldn't say entertainment because it's the powers that be aren't sitting there like, how can we entertain our goyim today, right? Like they're giving you these things to distract you, to program you, to influence you, right? It's not just for your entertainment, like it's to control you. So yeah, if they can put on a production like Sandy Hook where no one actually gets hurt, but they cause a lot of fear and reaction and, real human emotion coming from that, that's what they do, right? And then they laugh. They're like, humans are so stupid. We just put on a Hollywood movie for them and they're crying as if it's real. Like, not the Hollywood movies can't make you cry, even when you know that they're fake, especially when they're Hallmark movies. Okay, don't turn it on. Get the waterworks started over here. Some Hallmark rom-coms. Anyways, yes, crisis actors are a fact. Agreed. There's supposed to be, I think, in Bob's letter it said something about September 24th and maybe something in October or November. I'm not really 100% sure, but I'm hoping that it doesn't shut down my plans for December. As many of you already know, I am going to host a chess tournament in Portland. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, we're gonna get better each time. Every tournament will get better. So I'm really excited that it's all falling into place. It's just all.
They're not really saying much in the chat.
I know, I'm being shadow banned, so people don't get notified, and then yeah.
Wouldn't even notify me about that Stephen made a move. Like I had to
I'm not getting Facebook notifications either. Like it's getting really bad.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
I find out that people commented on my post by scrolling through my news feed. Like it shows up on my news feed that someone commented on my post, not in my notifications location. Like it's really irritating, but I expect them to just keep getting worse and worse, like everything else, until we can't stand it anymore and don't do anything about it. Because is anybody here going to make a social media platform that we can have free speech on? I definitely would like to have my own in the future, but it's going to be a long time in the future.
It's a lot of investing.
Yeah. Well, the golden age will come with a lot of changes, and we definitely need a platform for social media because, well, many of us are addicted to social media, and who wants to go a whole golden age without technology, without being able to connect with everybody all over? And yeah. So, yeah. Who's the most, besides me, of course, the most interesting character that you guys have met since coming to Mount Shasta? Anybody come to mind?
Probably Fire. Fire was interesting.
Yeah, I gotta say Fire.
Lo is hanging fruit. Okay, guys. Sage has been here a little bit longer, so it hung out with other people. I'm not really sure if you've met anybody interesting in the park
Speaking his own language.
since your time here.
A lot of weirdos.
Oh, well.
I'm not gonna lie. I just want to tell him, like, dude, can you stop being annoying? Like, talking all this.
A lot of authentic
All this-
people.
Like, It's like generic like spirituality. Like they just bought it from the store and
Right.
they like keep repeating it. It's like,
And then they go home and eat a cheeseburger.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
They don't. They're so spiritually disconnected, and they're acting spiritual.
Right.
I did like, is it Kenny, the old guy? Is that his name?
Carrie.
Carrie?
Carrie.
I like Carrie. Carrie's cool.
Yeah.
I will say I like Dragon. He's cool.
I was hoping that he would come out to play yesterday, but he definitely. They don't have his contact information. So.
He's probably the most spiritual. More than.
He's really funny too.
Yeah, he's smart, funny, very spiritual.
He seems to have a good balance between like the masculine and feminine divine like concept at least. So that's pretty good. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Dragon. Come out, bro.
Shout out to
Come out, play
the
some.
come out wherever you are, Dragon. Get off your pile of gold and let's see you play some chess. Video camera keeps like going to different colors as I move, and the computer behind me. Oh, anyways.
Shout out to Shay for winning.
Shout out to Shay for winning. Yeah, agreed.
Shay, you're awesome.
You did really good
Yeah.
in the tournament as well.
Yeah.
Did you end up playing? Was it 3 games and then Shay, or was
There
it
was 2 games and then Shay.
2 games and then Shay?
I definitely performed better than I anticipated, that's for sure.
Yeah, you made it all the way to the end. So.
Shay did pull an unexpected move on me that I clearly wasn't
Wasn't
paying attention
expecting.
wasn't paying attention enough as I should, but
Yeah,
it was a
it's definitely harder when you're playing blitz and everything's moving so fast.
did admire his discovered attack with the bishop in his knight. That was pretty clean.
I can't say I remember anything specific about any games except for that one game. Oh, the queen taking the bishop instead of the rook. It made no sense in my mind. And then what made it even worse is that the rook didn't take back the queen. I was
Right.
like, what? Is anybody else having eyes?
Right. I saw that too, and I was like, "What is going on here?"
It was absolutely. There were multiple of us. I was looking
There was
around
like-
at people's faces,
There
and
was
I
like
was just
6
like,
blunders in that game.
I was just had my face covered, and everybody else was just like looking around, like, what is happening right now? It's so crazy, but yeah, anything can happen in blitz, especially when you're super focused on, what one part of the board and one attack or whatever, and just completely neglect the other. But wow, that was like really bad. Really bad. But yeah, we'll see what happens on the October 9th, I think is the date. I'll be up on Mount Shasta at Old Ski Bowl, and we'll see how many people will come all the way up there for chess. In the future, like I've said before, I want to get all of the winners from my Blitz tournaments, and well, my ultimate dream would actually be, to travel around and have the tournaments and then be able to pay for all of the winners to come to Mount Shasta and play on top of Mount Shasta and have like really big tournaments up there in the future. So that'll be pretty cool. Definitely will be focusing on chess during the golden age and things that make humans happy and more intelligent rather than being deliberately dumbed down.
When did you share this stream on Facebook? Or?
I've shared it on Facebook, and yeah, I bet people haven't even liked it because it's just nobody sees it, unfortunately. They've made a new change to pages. Like Queen and on a Snow is my Facebook page, not my profile, and they've made a change to where it's like set up the same profiles now. It wasn't like this before.
Yeah.
It's like I'm seeing an actual profile. Weird. Chicken juice on my leg. Chickens attack back.
Chicken attack back.
Plus, it's showing all this birthday stuff on top of my post. Nobody. complete crickets.
All right.
So, yeah, a lot of people are not on. Oh, look, TNT says sup gang long time.
Sage says the golden age of chess. Woohoo! Hello, TNT. How's it going? Welcome to the party. It's kind of more like the after party without any drinking and partying. Mainly just having some hot tea that's left over. So, yeah, my birthday went really well. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted, was to be around people playing chess, and that's what happened. So thank you guys for playing in the tournament and coming out to meet me on my birthday. Thanks. Who traveled farther? How many miles?
Probably me on a plane.
Well, I guess technically Sage never left to come the first. Like, his miles would be counted from the first time that he came. So who came first the first time? Farthest.
Probably still me. From Michigan. He's from
He
Chicago.
came from.
Okay.
Yeah, he came from Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he did drive more, but
He did drive.
he
Yeah.
drove, but I flew, so I don't know how you want to factor that in.
Yeah. Well, a lot less work for you to fly.
Less traffic.
You should walk, bro.
Should've walked.
Yeah, then I would have been impressed. So we are doing in real life Minecraft at your campsite.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got monsters and animals.
Okay.
Monsters.
Faith says, "Hey Queen, happy late birthday. Thank you. I hope you had a good one. I had a really awesome birthday. Thank you.
Robert's,
You look like you aged a year younger. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. A divine, immortal being, yes. And once I actually start to go raw vegan and clean up my
there's an
act,
entity that goes down.
the aging process will be even more slowed. So I'm pretty excited
I'll
about
steal
that.
his
I
tacos
really
if you
love
don't eat
food.
them.
So what's happening?
So, you're talking about something.
I'm gonna talk about stealing.
That's
Talking about stealing. Haven't you had enough of stealing for a while?
poor Robert.
Yeah,
He doesn't even want to acknowledge that we're talking about it. He's like, nope, I'm watching TV.
Robert's like, if you steal tacos, I'm like, I'm gonna steal his tacos if you don't eat them.
You want one?
You guys are fighting over tacos.
You don't like it?
No, yeah.
Anyways, I'm not really sure what everybody else has planned for the rest of the day, but I have to go home and clean up from my birthday event. I basically got home last night and brought everything in the house and then just went to bed and started watching a movie and, relaxing rather than putting everything away and cleaning it all up. So I got to go do that today. I'll also call my mama. I like to talk to her on Sundays, so that's really nice. And yeah, you guys have anything fun planned for the day? You said you made a giant fire last night, so
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go back to Soul Connections and get a bracelet because that one broke. One of them broke on me.
oh, bummer.
Yeah,
So was it bad quality and you're gonna go get another one or what?
probably.
Okay, just so we're all on the same page. Is it orange one or the
It was the same one I got you the last time I was here.
orange? It was orange.
The multitude colors, white and.
It was okay, it was a creamsicle.
Yeah.
All right, it was pretty much orange though. There was some white blended in there. Speaking of creamsicles, they have some vegan ones at Berryvale, and I had one the other day, and it was amazing. They have really good ice cream treats that are vegan at Berryvale. Highly recommend.
Oh yeah, I need to get some mason jars to go get some water from that spring too.
The Headwaters. Yep. Yep. So that's pretty much my fun day and my recap for my birthday. Does anybody want to tell about how they became a flat earther or any of their truther stories?
YouTube saved my life.
Right?
YouTube saved my life, okay?
first name's Terry.
A truther from California, I was friends with on Facebook.
Terry
This is
Etcher.
Sage.
She made a post, and I looked at it, checked it out, and never really questioned it. Why would I question flat Earth? If they're talking about it, it might be true.
Right.
So I said, hey, anything's possible in this crazy world.
Had you already started like awakening before then to know that there were other lives going on, or
Yeah, they can make these false flags,
right?
like 9/11.
9/11, yeah.
That was my first.
Conspiracy truth.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it was Terry.
And
One of-
plus, also all kinds of fraud with the government in general.
Right. Can't trust them.
You know, you can't hold them accountable. But they
Right.
can hold you accountable for things you didn't do.
Right.
So obviously, you'd have to be stupid to think that they're not lying about the shape of the Earth.
Agreed.
I never had to argue against a flat earther.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one
Never-
meme that says, all flat earthers have this in common. We all thought flat earth was a joke. I was like, I never thought flat earth was a
No.
joke, so no, we don't all have that in common. Like,
Because you were a clown before.
yeah.
Who finally became.
Well, we were all clowns. Some people stay clowns for longer, and some people fight for the globe with their, last dying breath. It's like, why do you love the globe Earth so much, dude? It's wasn't the guy's name?
Terry Etcher. It was one of his videos where he was reading from a 1958 encyclopedia about the dome. Kind
Okay.
of jostled my brain a bit. Decided to start looking again and watch the short clip from the Eric Dubé level, and then just started watching more and more and more.
You were hooked.
Yeah, I was hooked on flat Earth after that. I just kept on looking.
Right.
Definitely don't agree with the AE model, but Earth's definitely flat
Right.
for sure.
I don't subscribe to any map war model at this point, but I definitely know that we live in an enclosed realm under a dome, on a stationary plane, and that's a fact.
It's a fact that Earth is flat.
You're trying to be facetious and have the old lady over there get upset and kick us out. They're talking about Earth is flat.
Oh, the Earth is flat. Lady, deal with it.
Rowdy youngins.
How did you hear about it? Or find out about it?
I mean, I just randomly came across a video from Mark Sargent under the dome, but yeah, my focus was never really on the details about flat Earth. I kind of just accepted it, and I was like, okay, so like, give me the spiritual stuff. Like, I'm okay. I'll just accept it. It's fine. Like, that's way more believable than a giant spinning ball, anyways. Like, intelligent design is flat Earth, and unintelligent design is giant spinning balls of flinging around infinite space. Just
Being
ridiculous.
Water, ocean.
Yeah, people upside down living in Australia, like it's the dumbest thing. Like, if I started to dig a hole, then I would come out on the other side
After going
with
through
my feet first. Like,
after going through a heated core.
well, yeah, and we know for sure that there's a heated core because we've dug so far down there, right?
Right. 8 miles deep.
8 whole miles
Doesn't
down,
scratch
and we
the
know for
surface.
sure that there is a magma core down there with billions. I don't even know how hot they say it is, but yeah, like,
But volcanoes, bro. Volcanoes. are-
Molten magnetic core
yep,
of Earth. Which isn't
magnets.
magnetic when it's
Yeah.
molten. So,
It's gravity, dude.
science.
Volcanoes don't
I
exist.
mean, how
people.
you don't know? You're just not smart enough as Neil deGrasse Tyson to know these things. Failed actress. Neil. Well, I don't know if she's failed because definitely has it's still going strong. Actually, the whole microphone drop thing really has sealed her fame.
Media crawling right up their ass all about it.
Right?
And they don't care about the truth.
Aren't they the ones that there's an interview and they can't like explain what gravity is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's like, I don't know.
And then he talked about the space jump and how the guy was like only so he's like, oh, he's only this far off the Earth. No doubt you don't see the
That's the same one he
curvature.
said.
It's like
That's the,
you
s- it's the same one that he said the Earth is flat. So
okay, interesting.
when Neil
I
was
haven't watched the
describing
whole actual interview.
those James Webb images, they had a pretty, really scientific explanation
I'm sure.
to lure in the populace.
Okay, and what was the scientific explanation?
I believe it was something with the camera where they're talking about how they captured him,
Okay,
and then
in gravity's
And then-
effect on camera.
it was scientific at the beginning, but then it became more explaining away the problems with the image.
Right.
And
And
yeah,
how fake it looks.
yeah, it's just ridiculous because all those stars would not flare like that. It would they wouldn't be like that in one picture.
Right. One of the most famous ones that just went around recently.
Yeah, and I've argued this with other Glovers, and there's some images they'll show you, and they got like all 3 layers is what they claim: one red, blue, green, because it's taken in infrared. But the fact is that you're looking at the star, it's got all these flares. You don't see that.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
You don't see that when you put it in focus. You don't see that when you take it out of focus. Maybe one star would be.
So only one that someone who's never done with anything with photography is gonna fall for this being like a
'cause
legitimate image.
he's mixing in truth, and then he just starts piling on the lies on top.
Right.
Really hard to follow if you don't know what's going on.
How to discern what part is true and what part's not.
Yeah, because why would he talk so much truth and then lie?
Right.
I think they do a good job at lying because of the truth that they put in, mixing it in.
More believable, right? If you just gave them a whole book of lies, this is like religion too. If you give somebody a whole book of lies, they're like not gonna fall for the lies. You gotta like kind of weave the truth and the lies in together to make it more believable, I guess. And yeah. Definitely a lot of that going on in the truther community and trying to gatekeep and keep people in their religions that they were in before and under control. So definitely have to watch out for that.
it's a magical wonder how they take pics of things that are taking pics in space.
Yet no real pictures of satellites
Right.
or
First man on
blue
the
Earth.
moon was the guy that took a picture of Neil Armstrong.
Right.
Putting off the fucking whatever that thing contraption was.
Video of the landing from the moon.
A really great lunar module that looks like duct tape
Right?
and
Cardboard.
aluminum foil. That's funny. All right. I think I'm going to cut it off here because I got a lot to do at home today and go home and clean for the last day of my birthday weekend. Doesn't that sound like a fun time? Not.
It's
But
fun if you make it fun.
somebody's got to do it. So it's going to be me. But
Music on.
something like that. I definitely have a little bit of champagne left from my birthday celebration. So I'm going to have a glass and relax and celebrate the first official day of the new year of my life. So, anyways, thank you guys for what?
27?
I wish. 29. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for being here, and we'll probably go live maybe tomorrow from the park. We're gonna do some puzzles, and then on Thursday. So stay tuned to my channel and take care. May God and the Goddess bless you.